So S4's got a new look since you guys last saw it. What size are the wheels, Mark? 18 by what? 19 by what?
19 by 9.5.
19 by 9.5. On some Toyos. And then Mark threw on a rear diffuser the other day, which we didn't get to catch. From ECS Tuning. And then today what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the silver mirror covers. And we're gonna throw these ones on, which are plastic on the inside, but it's pretty cool because it's a real carbon fiber weave over the top. So we'll see, you know, what kind of look this gives the car. It'll darken it up. The mirrors won't jump out so much at you. That's kind of the look that Mark's going for. All right, so the first thing you want to do is just pop your mirror out the glass. And you can just do this with your hands. You can see that there's some metal clips back there. Some retainers, just be careful when you're doing it. It can be a little tricky, as you can see. And then next you're going to want to disconnect your 3 electrical connectors, and then we can get the glass out of here. 2 electrical connectors are going to want to pull away from the glass on the backside, so it's probably better if you do a 2-person deal here. So I'm going to hold down this pad with my thumb, so when Mark wiggles this connector off, we're not going to pull it from the back of the glass and ruin the element. We're going to be taking our T10 Torx. I'm going to be releasing or pulling out this screw here, and then you have 2 on the bottom. This one, the head sheared off. You can see it's rusted. So that's that. But it should go together just fine because this thing is still on solid. So now we're going to get into pushing some tabs, and we're going to get this trim piece off. Undone your 3 Torx. 1, 2, 3. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take out this Phillips head right here, and then this should separate the mirror assembly from the actual trim plastic on the outside. All right, so we also took out the T10 from inside the actual motor assembly, or the mirror adjustment assembly, and then you just have to give it a little tug and work it out gently, and it'll pop out, and then you have one more electrical connector. And then we can get rid of your electrical connector from your mirror assembly. You can just put a little flat blade screwdriver in there, very small screwdriver, and just work it out nice and slow. And then you can see it's got a little push tab right there. The only thing exposed is going to be one little rib here of the gray. So you can start it there and then just slowly work it out. You don't want to damage anything. Okay, so once that's out, we have one more T10 in the back that we're going to remove. Just like that. All right, you guys see we did a little damage here. We actually broke this clip off to raise it up. Now, once you get some separation on this tab here, and then these tabs here pushed in, this is difficult, guys. I mean, it's very hard to explain on video. One guy is going to push his thumbs on the inner portion here, while somebody gently pulls up here, and you're going to hear it pop. I mean, you really got a wrench on it. You know, I mean, it's almost like borderline you're going to break it. But you know, we broke one tab, but everything else looks pretty good. So now we have our old housing off, and we're going to throw a new one on. So before we show you guys the installation on this side, I just wanted to show you a comparison of the two. So I think it looks way cleaner. And then before final assembly on that, we're going to get everything nice and cleaned up with a whisk broom and maybe some simple green. But in the meantime, we'll work the other side, and then we'll show you guys how to reassemble that. Okay, so you guys have your turn signal indicator and your new mirror cover, and then this is going to be installed as one unit. So you have this little slot here, and there's also a ridge on this side, so you want to line everything up this way, and then you're going to roll this in on top of this ledge. Get me right here. And you're going to roll it in on top of this ledge right here. Okay, and then it should line up here, and then you firm that obviously on the outside with the fit. Okay, so the turn indicator's in, all your wires are flopped out here, not pinched underneath here. And you have to line these clips up first, so when you slide it over, you're going to try to tilt it as much as possible here. And then you're going to line these top clips up. May need a little persuasion right there. And then you can slowly start to work this down into place. Okay, so I was holding this into position to maintain the position of these clips down into your metal bracket here. And Mark took his thumb and he got this popped all in. You're still gonna have this tab out and this tab out. You have to roll the plastic piece here into the groove. So you start from this side and you just tuck it in, tuck it in, tuck it. You hear it popping and cracking. And then you give it one final roll here, and then this and this will rest into place. And then now your mirror is solid, and we're ready to reassemble the mirror, the glass. One Phillips head, T10 Torx here. You're gonna have one more T10 Torx here, here, and then one here on this side before the motor goes in. Don't forget your electrical connector. That just pushes back in place and clicks. You're gonna wiggle this guy back in, and you're gonna send your long T10 back through the center. Okay, mirror's going back in. Electrical connector. Make sure it's on the right side. I had it on the wrong side. So you're gonna match that up to your clip right there. Like that. That's nice and secure. These two wires, you have an inside and outside. I don't think the polarity much matters. It's for the heating element, but you should keep track of putting it together in the same fashion that you took it out. Slowly clip them in, and then make sure your wires are nice and tucked. This guy gets clipped back here like that, and then you're going to press your mirror back in. Okay guys, so we're wrapped up with the installation. Like I said, T10 Torx, a couple flat blades or plastic pry bars, a little bit of muscle, and a small Phillips head, and you can get this job done. Passenger side went on much more smooth than the driver. This is our first go around. We had some practice, but yeah, overall really good look. Now, to be clear, that these are the eBay knockoffs. They do have carbon fiber mat wrapped around plastic, so they're not entirely carbon fiber, but they have a really nice high quality clear coat on it. The only issue we noticed was on this side in particular, we have a gap that we just can't close. It was pretty pinched here with the mold. Even if we were to sand it and knock it down to get a little bit better fitment here for the blinker, I don't know that we could close this gap. I think there must be some issue with where the tab on the back here is mounted. But if that stuff doesn't bother you, you know, I think this is a great improvement to the look of the car. And yeah, that's it. So if you guys have any questions about the mirror installation, don't forget to leave a comment. We'll get right back to you. And then I'll leave a link in the description below. And thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys soon.